Picture this. You're bombing down a mountain trail on your bike. The sun is setting. The sky is on fire with color. And you've got an action camera that finally keeps up with the epic view in front of you. No more blown-out highlights, no more muddy, noisy shadows. Just pure cinematic goodness that actually does justice to the moment. Sounds impossible, right? Well, maybe not for long. Because if the latest leaks are even half true, DJI's next move is about to change the game for every adventure vlogger, FPV pilot, snowboarder, and weekend warrior out there. So stick around, because in the next few minutes, we're diving deep into the Osmo Action 6 rumors, the wild new tech DJI might be sneaking in, and why this could be the first action cam that actually makes you want to leave your big camera at home. Let's be real for a second. Action cams have looked and felt the same for years. Tiny sensors, fixed apertures, video that's just okay if the sun's out, and footage that falls apart the second the light dips or you step indoors. We've all learned to live with it, but let's be honest, we've never really loved it. DJI seems to know that, and if you've been anywhere near Reddit or Twitter lately, you've probably seen the buzz. There's a blurry, marketing-style image floating around, and the rumor mill is in overdrive. According to the leaks, DJI is about to kick the boring status quo off a cliff, helmet cam style. So what's got everyone talking? First up, the headline feature, a 1/1.1-inch sensor. Now, if you're not a camera nerd, let me translate. That's huge compared to what we're used to in action cams. More sensor real estate means each pixel can soak up more light, which means you get that creamy, low-light footage we usually only dream about. Imagine those night mountain bike runs where the forest isn't just a noisy, pixelated blob, but an actual scene you can color grade and share. If you're the kind of person who hates the phrase, "we'll fix it in post," because, small sensor. Footage can't actually be fixed. This could be the change you've been waiting for, but that's just the start. The second shocker in the leaks? A variable aperture from f2 to f4 on an action camera. Yes, you heard that right. Actual moving parts, letting you control how much light hits the sensor. That's something we've only seen on much bigger, more expensive cameras. It's like DJI is looking at GoPro and saying, you know what? We're not just going to compete, we're going to leapfrog you. Think about it. You're out on a bright, midday desert ride and you can dial the aperture to f4, keeping your shutter speed under control without having to mess with ND filters. Or you're stepping into a dimly lit skate park, and you can open up to f2 and keep rolling. Manual control in a device smaller than your phone? Tell me that's not wild. Now I know what you're thinking. Moving parts in an action cam? Aren't these things supposed to take a beating? Fair question. But here's the thing, DJI is no stranger to building crash-friendly drones and gimbals. If anyone can ruggedize a miniature aperture mechanism, it's them. Remember the Mini 5 Pro with built-in LiDAR? They shipped that. They even dropped a Square Sensor 360 cam last year. DJI is in that experimental, hold my beer phase, and honestly, I'm betting this variable aperture will be tougher than it sounds. They know their audience, and they know these cameras get tossed, dropped, and dunked in water. If they're putting a moving aperture in there, you can bet they've tested it to survive more than a few hard knocks. But wait, there's more. The leaks are also whispering about a new generation of rock-steady stabilization. DJI already has some of the best gyro data in the business, but imagine coupling that with a bigger sensor. You get smoother motion, less crop, and more field of view. For creators, that means fewer gimbals, faster edits, and a genuine grab-and-go solution. And it doesn't stop there. Rumors are swirling about in-camera LUTs for instant color grading, and faster transfer speeds so you can get your footage off the camera and onto your TikTok or YouTube Shorts feed in record time. Because let's face it, the footage on your SD card means nothing if it takes forever to get it online. Let's bring this down to earth for a second. Imagine you're a snowboarder catching the first light on a sunrise powder run. The variable aperture locks in your exposure while the big sensor kills the noise. No more ISO grain storms in the blue hour. Or maybe you're a motovlogger riding a high-contrast highway. The camera handles blinding sunlight and tunnel darkness without clipping your highlights or crushing your shadows. Or you're a diver exploring coral reefs. Even underwater, more sensor area means more color data, so your footage finally looks the way your eyes remember it. This isn't just about specs. It's about capturing moments the way they actually feel. And here's where it gets really interesting. If DJI nails this, every other brand is going to have to respond fast. A bigger sensor sets a new baseline the way 4K 60 FPS once did. Remember when stabilization used to be a GoPro exclusive? Overnight, it became a must-have. We could see the same domino effect here. That means by next summer, large sensor action cam might be as common as 4K is today. The bar is about to be raised and everyone else will have to catch up. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, price. DJI's pricing usually undercuts GoPro's flagship by just a hair, so you can expect something in the $399 to $449 range. Not cheap, but not out of reach for serious creators or anyone who wants the best. As for the launch window, DJI loves to drop new products in the fall, right before the holiday rush. The blurry promo image leak plus all the NDA chatter suggests an announcement within weeks, not months. So if you see your favorite tech influencer suddenly flying to Shenzhen for business, consider that your unofficial countdown. So, should you wait or buy now? Here's my honest take. If you can wait a month, do it. Worst case, the rumors are exaggerated and you still get discounts on current models. Best case, you snag the first action cam that finally looks cinematic right out of the box. Either way, you win. To wrap it all up, DJI seems ready to flip the script on what an action cam can be. A big, beautiful sensor in a pocket-sized body, aperture control we've only dreamed about, and stabilization that could embarrass a gimbal. If these leaks are legit, the Osmo Action 6 isn't just an upgrade, it's a full-on category reset. This is the kind of innovation that makes you rethink what's possible, and honestly, it's about time. If you're as hyped as I am, hit that thumbs up so the YouTube algorithm knows this leak matters. Got questions, hot takes, or wild theories? Drop them in the comments. I read every single one, and I love geeking out with you guys. And if you want to see first day sample footage the second this thing drops, make sure you're subscribed with notifications on, because you better believe I'll be putting it through the ringer in ways DJI's lawyers probably don't recommend. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Whether you're a creator, an adrenaline junkie, or just someone who wants their memories to look as epic as they feel, the next few weeks are going to be wild. Adventure on, and I'll catch you in the next one. But before you go, let's just imagine for a second what this could mean for your next trip, your next ride, your next adventure. No more excuses about bad light, no more missed moments because your camera couldn't keep up. Whether you're hiking through the Rockies, skating downtown at midnight, or just capturing your kid's first swim, this could be the camera that finally lets you share those moments exactly as you remember them. And that honestly is what tech should be about. So if you're still here, you're clearly as obsessed with this stuff as I am. Let's keep the conversation going. What's the one feature you wish every action cam had? What's the wildest place you'd take the Osmo Action 6 if the leaks are true? Drop your dream scenario in the comments and let's see who's got the craziest idea. Maybe DJI is watching and your wish will be their next experiment. Alright, that's it from me. If you found this video helpful, share it with a friend who's always chasing the next big thing. And if you want to see how the Osmo Action 6 stacks up against the GoPro Hero or Insta360, you know what to do. Subscribe. Because those head-to-head tests are coming the second this thing lands on my desk. Until then, keep pushing your limits, keep capturing the adventure. And remember, the best camera is the one that lets you relive your story, exactly the way you lived it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you out there.